Doctors say sickle cell is the most common blood genetic disorder, yet millions globally do not know that they have the condition. When Dorcas Akinyi Ahago, a mother of 3 from Nairobi's Huruma estate, had her 3 children, the least of her worries was any of her babies being diagnosed with any life-threatening condition.
Wiki haingeweza kuisha kama sijaenda OC. Lakini nikienda OC wanapatikana wako na tonsils, mwili ni moto.
Unaware of what was ailing her children, Ahago had to consult the doctor who diagnosed 2 of her children with the disease.
Ndio tuchukue hii hatua ya kwenda kupimwa, nilitoka kazi jioni. Kurudi nikapata wote wawili wako na macho ya yellow kabisa. Hii macho ilikuwa yellow. Mimi nikaogopa.
Doctors say sickle cell gene is passed from generation to generation. This basically means for a child to be born with sickle cell, then both parents have to be carriers of the sickle cell gene. Dr. Jesse Gidanga, an associate professor at the University of Nairobi under the Department of Human Pathology, says
the red cells, instead of being their normal roundish shape, they take a shape like a sickle. And when they have this shape, they do not behave normally. They easily get stuck in the capillaries and they block those capillaries, which results in pain.
The condition can cause jaundice, the yellowing of the eyes. It can also affect the kidneys, the heart, and in the worst case scenario may cause a stroke and can also block vessels, among other complications.
In Kenya, it's most prevalent at the coast and in the lakeside region. There are some communities in Mombasa at the coast where 35% of the population will be carriers. So that's very high. That's one of the highest. There are other communities where they have 28%, like in Western Kenya, 24 to 28% may be carriers. And so that when you have high rates of carriers, then you have high rates of children being born with sickle cell disease.
How do I know as a parent that I'm a carrier? How can I tell?
You have to have a special test, and this test is known as hemoglobin electrophoresis. This is where they take your blood and it is analyzed. The hemoglobin is analyzed, and a carrier will show A, which is normal, plus S, which is the abnormal.
Parents should look out for these symptoms in infants: swelling of fingers and toes, fatigue, enlargement of the spleen, frequent infections, tonsillitis, among others. In adults, they often have yellow eyes, gallstones, pain in the hips, stunting, and healing wounds, among other symptoms. Doctors say in order to improve health outcomes of sickle cell patients and capture the disease during the early stages of life, there is need for screening. Parents who are carriers of the gene are also urged to seek advice from their caregivers before conceiving in order to help understand the risk of having a child with sickle cell. Gloria Milimu, K24 for Health Unlimited.